All right, you got to tell us what we're doing. Well, Kalani's going to do it.
Are you shy on the camera, bro? All right, so these are the pillars out of the Titan. Scott went outside and taped them up, and I just went out there and I basically kind of this was all taped up already, and I basically went outside and I came up with a shape, a rough draft shape of the pillar. This is actually the same. This line is the dash right here, and then this line is actually off of another part of the dash. The dash slopes down like that, so it actually kind of lines up naturally with the vehicle. So I drew it out on there on the tape, and then I actually drew it out on the tape, and then I transferred it to a piece of wood, stuck it down, actually cut it with a blade with my straight edge, and then I transferred it here. Now I'm just going to router this out. I'm going to start with this, and then I'm going to show you guys some other steps to making these pillars, because we have to fit a 3-inch mid-range driver and a tweeter, and you can kind of see they don't kind of barely fit in there, but we're going to do some magic.
What do you think, Kalani? What a goof, dude.
I thought you wanted to be a YouTuber.
No.
Alright, so earlier I showed everyone the templates that I made. Sorry for the mess. I don't even know which way it goes. Okay, so I have a bunch of different. Move all this stuff out of the way.
I'll come around this side.
I have a bunch of different things going on here. So I have my base shape, which is actually a 1/4 inch larger than this opening. This is going to house the tweeter in the mid, which is going to fit behind here. That's the goal. The way I did that is I actually took this shape right here, which is this template, and I two-sided taped it. After taping this up with masking tape, I two-sided taped it here, and then I routed it out on the router table like this. Routed it out with the top bearing bit. Just routed it out, so now I have a perfect nice hole cut into the A pillar that I can mount my 3-inch and tweeter behind. And my goal is to I'm going to make a grill that fits right into here, and go ahead and mount everything. So that's what it's going to look like.
It's awesome.
Wish me luck.
Not just another A pillar.
So
cool.
that's what's up.
Sage actually made quite a bit of progress here on the A pillars. So we got the acrylic mounts made for them and stuff. Got to get those all mounted in. The A pillar got routed out, so that's ready for our grill mesh and stuff. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think he got the grills pressed. So let's take a look, see what we got. But let's see. Pardon our mess here, but what happens when you're doing work. So these are the grills here. Let's see. These are the grills, so kind of see they got a little press on them and stuff. But they're going to go right into the A-pillar location. Let's see, I think he's actually got one set up here. So again, these are the acrylic housings for the speakers. The 3-inch driver mounts from the back, the mid-range does, and then the tweeter goes in from the front. It looks like, let's get you set up here and see if we can see this. Let's see. That's actually loaded. So this one here, it's just going to go in from the back there, and you can see. So we're going to epoxy those in place, and then the see some of the speakers through them and stuff. What's up, guys? I wanted to go ahead and catch you up. Earlier in this video, you got to see some of the A-pillars that we were building in the Nissan Titan here. Sage was showing us some of the templates, some of the process, and now we got them in the truck. So we just kind of wanted to recap for you guys how we went ahead and did this. Let's take a look. So here's what we got. This is our finished product here. So again, you got to see some of the process, kind of how it comes together and stuff. The way he ended up doing these, let's see if I can sneak in here on this one. Yeah, so you see the grill mesh and stuff, and the drivers come through nice. So what we ended up doing with these, you saw how we modified the pillar and stuff in the video. We actually routed the opening right on the pillar. We actually use a press to press some of that mesh. Let's see if I can get a good shot of that. You guys see some of the shape. So you can kind of see it. There's a small press on it, just for cosmetics. You know, we don't want it to look flat and boring. We want it to look pretty good. So What we did is we use a press to go ahead and make the grill there out of the templates that he had used for the A-pillars and stuff, and then we actually epoxied those. We prime them, paint them, and then epoxy them to the pillar. To actually get the speakers mounted in there, what we went ahead and did is Sage fabricated an acrylic mounting for these. So the acrylic, if you kind of, let me see if I can hop to the other side and show you guys here. So with the acrylic, we chose to use acrylic for those, or plexiglass, whatever you want to call it. We did that because we wanted the density and we wanted something super strong. I mean, again, there's not loads of mounting surface in here and stuff, so we wanted a strong material. And then it's actually really easy to work, so you can't really see back there much, but so the acrylic is actually, we use a sem dye on it just to paint it black and stuff so it looks like a factory part, and then it's mounted to the A-pillar using thread certs, I believe is what he did. Either thread certs or we tapped the pillar just to get some bolts in there to mount it and stuff. So once we get that panel secured to the pillar can be pulled off. So serviceability, if anybody needed to go into the A-pillar for any kind of service work or just for any reason, it's all still functional. So the speakers don't have to come out, nothing gets hindered in that regard, and the pillar's actually still super functional coming in and out. After we get that piece mounted in there, what we went ahead and did is we used some of our Soundwave rings to go ahead and seal the plexiglass to the backside of the A-pillar. So that way with the speakers, we're not losing any of the energy in the pillar. We get a good transfer through the grill and stuff like that. And again, the Soundwave rings that we use, man, we choose these and you guys should look into them. They're really cool. They're available on our website, and Don can get crafty and put a link in the description for you guys. The Soundwave rings are not acoustically transparent. So when we're using them that means to baffle them like we did to kind of seal this opening, there's other products on the market that it's a decent product, but the problem is they're acoustically transparent, so the sound gets through them. So when the sound gets through them, it obviously doesn't do what we want it to do. So the Soundwave rings, I mean, they kill in that regard. They do really well. And then behind that panel, we actually have some of our black hole stuff in there. The black hole stuff just really helps create some warmth out of the drivers and stuff, and it just makes them sound better. It gives them something behind the driver just to kind of just create a better, more rich sound, if you would, you know. These things totally jam. We got them playing earlier and stuff, but I think regarding the process, that was really about it. You know, again, just our style, you know, it's machine hardware, everything's mounted appropriately, it's serviceable, and man, they sound good. I mean, sounds good stereo. It's kind of some of our focus, believe it or not. So we wanted to check in, kind of give you a brief overview of how these came together. If you guys have any questions, I know there was some lapse in how we covered these and stuff, but if you guys have any questions or anything, leave a comment in the space below and we can follow up with you guys. We definitely appreciate your feedback. So we're going to go ahead and keep running on this thing. We're going to follow up and get our enclosure buttoned up, get the enclosure in the truck, get it playing, because just like most of us, we want to hear some bass. And yeah, we'll keep running on this thing and we'll check back with you guys in the next video and stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed, and again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So we'll see you guys on the next one.